Life is not gentle, and strength doesn't come from comfort. It comes from facing reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. The Stoics understood this well. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who ruled the most powerful empire in the world, didn't live in luxury as most imagine. He lived with pain, betrayal, wars, and constant uncertainty. And yet, he wrote words that still guide men thousands of years later. Why? Because he accepted brutal truths about life. And by doing so, he became unbreakable. If you want to walk the same path, if you want to stop living weak, fragile, and easily broken, you must confront these truths too. They're not pleasant, but they will make you strong in ways comfort never will. Let's break them down one by one. And if you're ready to rise above the average, subscribe to Anonymous Achiever, where ancient Stoic wisdom transforms modern men into warriors. First, brutal truth. No one is coming to save you. This is the hardest pill to swallow for most men. From childhood, we're conditioned to believe that someone will always be there. Parents, teachers, bosses, society, even the government. But the older you get, the clearer it becomes. If you fall, no one is responsible for picking you up. Epictetus said, "Do not ask things to happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen, and you will go on well." In other words, stop waiting for rescue. Life is your responsibility. The stronger you become, the less you expect, and the more control you gain over your fate. Ask yourself, how many years have you wasted waiting for the perfect conditions? Waiting for someone to notice your talent, waiting for support, waiting for the right opportunity? That waiting is weakness disguised as patience. The truth is, you are alone in this battle. And once you accept that, you become dangerous. You stop complaining, you stop begging, you build yourself. The man who expects nothing is unstoppable. Second, brutal truth. You will be judged, hated, and misunderstood. No matter what you do, people will talk. Play it safe, they'll call you weak. Take risks, they'll call you reckless. Speak your truth, they'll label you arrogant. Stay quiet, they'll call you timid. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you will meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. He didn't complain about this. He prepared for it. He armored his mind. The weak man wastes his life trying to win everyone's approval, constantly bending himself into shapes that please others. But in doing so, he loses his own shape, his identity. Strong men accept that no matter what path they walk, judgment is inevitable. The question is, will you waste your strength chasing applause, or will you live according to your principles? The latter path is lonely, yes, but it's also where true freedom lies. Remember, a lion does not concern himself with the opinions of sheep. Stop deluding yourself to be liked. If you want to be strong, embrace being disliked. That's the price of living authentically. Third, brutal truth. Comfort is killing you. We live in the softest era of human history. Food delivered to your door, entertainment at your fingertips, climate-controlled rooms at the push of a button. And yet men are weaker, more depressed, and more lost than ever before. Why? Because comfort is addictive. It makes you dull, slow, and unable to handle even the smallest adversity. Seneca warned, soft living makes men weak. Every time you choose the easy path, sleeping in instead of rising early, scrolling instead of studying, junk food instead of discipline, you are sacrificing your future strength for a moment of relief. And here's the brutal reality. Life will not stop testing you just because you've made yourself soft. Pain, loss, and hardship will come. And if you've spent years hiding in comfort, you'll collapse the first time you face fire. Strong men do the opposite. They train their minds and bodies through voluntary hardship, cold showers, intense workouts, long hours of study, difficult conversations. Why? Because when you make discomfort your ally, life's punches no longer break you, they sharpen you. Stop running from discomfort, embrace it. It's the training ground of resilience. Fourth, brutal truth. You will lose everything you love. This is perhaps the most painful truth of all. Friends, family, health, wealth, everything is temporary. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself of this fact to keep his mind steady. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Harsh words, but liberating. Most men waste their lives clinging desperately to things they cannot control. They fear death, they fear loss, they fear change. But fear doesn't stop loss, it only weakens you before it happens. The Stoics practiced negative visualization. imagining the death of loved ones, the loss of possessions, even their own mortality, not to be morbid, but to strengthen gratitude and resilience. The strong man does not hide from loss, he prepares for it. He treasures what he has without clinging to it, and when fate takes it away, he does not break. Weak men live in denial, constantly shocked when life proves impermanent. Strong men live with awareness, ready to endure the inevitable. If you want to become unshakable, accept this. Nothing belongs to you, not even your own life. Fifth brutal truth. Life is unfair, and that's your advantage. We live in a world where some are born rich, others poor. Some with perfect health, others with constant struggle. Men waste years crying about unfairness, blaming circumstances, pointing fingers at society. But tell me, what does that achieve? Nothing. Marcus Aurelius didn't have a fair life. He was forced into power, plagued with illness, betrayed by friends, and fought endless wars. Yet he still became the most respected emperor in history. Why? Because he understood. Fairness is irrelevant. What matters is how you respond. Life's unfairness is your testing ground. The man who starts with disadvantages, who carries burdens, who faces obstacles but still rises, he becomes unstoppable. Every setback is fuel. Every unfair blow is resistance that builds strength. You can waste your energy resenting it, or you can transform it into power. The choice is yours. Stop expecting life to be fair. Expect it to be brutal, and then surprise it by thriving anyway. That is the Stoic way. Now here's the final truth. If you can accept these 5 brutal realities, you'll stop being fragile, weak, and dependent. You'll stop living like a boy, waiting for rescue. Instead, you'll start living like a man who creates his own destiny. No one is coming to save you. You will be judged. Comfort is your enemy. You will lose what you love, and life will never be fair. But hidden inside these truths is the very strength you've been searching for. The world doesn't need more soft men running from reality. It needs men who stare reality in the face and smile. Men who are forged in fire, not wrapped in comfort. So the question is, are you willing to accept these truths, or will you keep running from them? Because the moment you stop running, you stop being breakable. And the man who cannot be broken cannot be stopped. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.